Hello everyone. Today I'll be covering the topic conservation of plants and animals, and the learning outcomes from this chapter would be as you can see on the screen. So let me take you through the overview of this chapter. What we are going to discuss in this chapter are biodiversity, flora and fauna, conservation of forest and wildlife, biosphere reserve, red data book and endangered species. So coming to the very first page of our chapter, what is ecosystem? An ecosystem consists of all the plants, animals and microorganisms living in an area along with the non-living components like climate, water, soil, etc. We can define ecosystem as also a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. Now coming to the second topic, deforestation. Deforestation, clearance, clear cutting or clearing is the removal of a forest or stand of trees from land which is then converted to a non-forest use. Deforestation can involve conversion of forest land to farms, ranches or urban use. In simple words, we can define deforestation as the clearance or cutting of forest to make forest land available for other uses. There are many reasons for deforestation that we could define as causes of deforestation. First one is to build factories, homes, roads, dams, etc. As the population grows, the needs of people increases, which further leads to deforestation. Forests shrink to a great extent to meet the requirements like for construction of road, development of houses and expansion of industry. Second one is agricultural activities. The conversion of forest into agricultural land is a big reason for deforestation. Due to overgrowing demand for food products, many trees are chopped down for crops and for cattle grazing. Over 40% of forests are cleaned to obtain land and meet the needs of agricultural and wood. Third one is mining of minerals. Oil and mining of coal require a large amount of forest land. Construction of road leads to deforestation as they provide the way to remote land. The waste that comes out from mining pollutes the environment and affects the nearby species. Next cause is to get timber wood. One of the primary cause of deforestation is the production of timber. There is a lot of demand for timber and so deforestation increases. It is a source of raw material which is used for the production of paper and also for the construction. Our next point is natural causes such as drought, forest fire, attack by pests and insects. Coming to forest fire, we lose a large number of trees each year due to fires in the forest in various portions worldwide. This happens due to extreme summers and winters. The fire caused by man or nature results in huge loss of forest cover. We had discussed about what is deforestation and what are the causes of deforestation. Now, if deforestation occurs, what would be the results? The first one would be increase in soil erosion. Cutting down on trees led to clearance of forest and so soil erosion will occur. Exposure of soil to the sun heat dries up the moisture inside the soil, nutrients evaporates and it affects the bacteria that help to break down the organic matter. Due to this, rain washes the soil surface and erosion takes place. Next one is increase in carbon dioxide. Trees absorb the carbon dioxide and release oxygen and water into the atmosphere and this contributes to global warming. Cutting down trees adds carbon dioxide to environment and then this lack of tree creates an absorption defect. Deforestation leads to emission of greenhouse gases also. Coming to third point, due to deforestation, global warming and greenhouse effect has resulted in increase in temperature. The fourth one is as ecosystem is disturbed, the life cycle of water decreases due to lack in evaporation from the trees and this results in reduction of groundwater. As the number of trees would decrease, then there would be shortage of all type of product we get from forest, and shortage of forest product would be here. Now coming to the last point, reduction in wildlife. Forests are the house of wildlife. Without forest, their life would be impacted and their life would be disturbed. So there would be a reduction in wildlife also. As we discussed in last point, reduction of wildlife. Wildlife provides a stability to different processes of the nature. Wildlife plays an important role in balancing the environment. Now what is wildlife? Wildlife traditionally refers to undomesticated animal species but has come to include all organisms that grow or live wild in an area without being introduced by humans. Wildlife can be found in all ecosystems. Wildlife and forest both are the key to balance the nature. As we need to balance the nature, we must conserve forest and wildlife. We can conserve them by providing habitat of these three types, and the types are biosphere reserves, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries. When it comes to large area of protected land for conservation of biodiversity, that is known as biosphere reserves. Now coming to national parks. National park means the area reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. Wildlife sanctuaries are the sanctuaries where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitats. Now coming to the examples of biosphere reserve, national park and wildlife sanctuaries. Biosphere reserves are Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve and Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. National parks are Sundarban National Park, Ranthambore National Park and Kanha National Park. Wildlife sanctuary are Kesar Bagh Wildlife Sanctuary and Gir Wildlife Sanctuary. The variety of plants, animals and microorganisms generally found in an area is defined as biodiversity, and we can broadly divide biodiversity into two parts, flora and fauna. What is flora? Flora is a collective term for the group of plants life found in a particular region, and fauna. Fauna represents the animal life indigenous to a region. There are many explanations regarding the origin of fauna. Animal kingdom comprises of a variety of animal life forms, and that type of animal kingdoms are known as animal fauna. Now coming to our next topic, that is also a question from GK, General Knowledge. IUCN means International Union for Conservation of Nature, maintains a record of all the endangered, endemic and extinct plants and animals in the world and call it as Red Data Book. That means the book which records all the types of plants and animals which are in endangered, endemic and extinct category. Now let us broadly categorize and discuss in detail what is extinct, endangered and endemic species. Extinct. Extinction is the termination of a kind of organism or of a group of kinds, usually a species. The moment of extinction is generally considered to be the death of last individual of species like dinosaur, dodo, golden toad are the example of extinct species. Endangered. An endangered species is a species that is very likely to become extinct in near future, either worldwide or in a particular political jurisdiction, like chimpanzee, elephant, panda and jaguar. Endemic species. Endemism is the ecological state of species being unique to a defined geography location, such as an island, nation, country or other defined zone or habitat type. Organisms that are indigenous to a place are not endemic to it if they are also found elsewhere. The example of endemic species are tiger, golden langur and black buck. Now, what we could do to conserve forest as well as wildlife in one word is reforestation. What is reforestation? Reforestation basically made of two words. Reforestation, which means reviving forest. Reforestation is the natural or intentional restocking of existing forest and woodland that have been depleted, usually through deforestation. So, in the last, there is a gentle message for everyone that we need to grow more trees and conserve natural resources like water, trees, animal, and we should save paper, we should recycle it. In a crux, what you need to do is you need to save biodiversity because we need to pass earth and its natural resources to our next generation as we have inherited it from our father and forefathers. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and comment in the comment section of this video as your feedback and if you have any doubt. Thank you.